Mucky Weekender.
Mucky Weekender.
Mucky Weekender.
Mucky Weekender.
Mucky Weekender 2025, people. We're staying alive, and that's the right vibes, right?
Hey, we are still here at Mucky Weekender. And I am here with Mini Da Minx, who played a blinding set on the Riot bus. I mean, it just like kept packing up. The whole field was full. It was definitely the biggest crowd up there that I've seen. And I was dancing like a lunatic on the stage with everybody else in costume.
It was incredible, wasn't
Were you
it?
expecting to see Freddie Mercury and the Queen?
It was a Queen.
Elvis.
Queen was very fucking.
She was funny.
She was like, I really felt the pressure. It was a Freddie Mercury. I was like, if I knew that Freddie's coming, if I got the memo, I wouldn't be doing Kurt Cobain at the time.
I
right?
know!
I was like, no, it was a Freddie Mercury.
I was taking a video at that time. I was taking a video.
And you know what? Because apparently I do Freddie pose. Apparently I do this thing.
Yeah, that's right, Freddie.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes,
I
yes.
was like, oh, Freddie, please can I have a memo
Oh,
next time?
I know. If you'd have just pulled out a Queen track, but we were like,
too late.
yeah, but we had like Diana and the Queen,
and
so we were doing character little,
And then it was,
we had the King and the Queen with Elvis, and then Queen and Queen, Freddie and the Queen,
and then the Queen with the fucking Freddie.
yeah, the full-on Hoover.
I mean, like that's the kind
Is
of
he
shit.
off-putting?
No, that's one of those things when you go, is this really happening? It's like you can't script this shit up. You know, like I also work in events management, which is quite like being in two different worlds when you're like I'm the artist and then I'm also
You see the other side,
I see the other side and I do predict loads of things and I've seen loads of things, but there are things you just can't predict, and that's the pure magic. And that was fucking pure magic, and it was my birthday. Fucking.
And then I was just about to say, and then on your birthday, and I'm gonna boast it on camera that I started. There was a quiet moment before Jessica played on, so I just yelled happy and hoped to fuck that people joined in, and they did. It was so much fun. So the last track, she played the last track and then came out from the booth.
Because I like
dancing.
when there is a little stage, I like to do this thing, which is a little bit exhibitionist, but it's like kind of like friends want to see me, I want to see friends, and if I go to the crowd, I lose the momentum. So if there is a stage, I like to go and have like a skank out because it's my music I enjoy. Why wouldn't I not fucking play?
Ending
like,
with a celebration, bit of a dance, and it was
then,
the
yeah,
really
exactly.
nice people were coming up and going, oh, and having a
It
hug.
was- and the
I was
hug,
scared
yes,
you
the
might
hugs.
fall down and onto the barrier at one point. I was like, should I grab the back of your pants and like anchor you?
It was fucking brilliant. It was like, and it's the thing is like this is the magic when you can't predict what's gonna happen. When you're like, and when you're in a moment, when you are not in your brain, when you are not looking at anything else, when you're in a flow,
Yeah.
it's like
You feel it.
it's like it's magic, and the energy goes the both ways. When
Yeah.
because it's like I can have as much energy as I want to, but if it doesn't come back from me, it's not going to.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
well,
yeah.
actually, let's talk about then. So, I mean, how do you plan a set? Because we've got the different types of DJs.
Yeah.
Some they know
We
what
play.
they're doing. They're planning. They've got the set.
Yeah.
And then others,
freestyle, yeah.
skills all the time. It's like, I don't know. I'll
did
see
not
what
know,
I've got.
So I had no idea what I'm playing today.
You didn't know?
So I prepared something.
Yeah,
because,
yeah,
like,
yeah, you got an
kind of
idea,
go,
but
like,
you can go different places.
Yes, you can go different places, and I was like, I think, right? Like, I tell you exactly what was it like last night. So I was like, I'd like to do this in a daytime. And then shit happens, and then I did not do fuck all for that in the daytime, and it's quite often happens in the nighttime before gig, which is not the best. This is not the ideal preparation time, right? But I've got a small child, and that's just what it is. And then I was like, right, concentrate. And then I was thinking about it. I'm on a finger licking lineup, it's like I'm not part of finger licking. She breaks, and then Jessica Joy phoned me and said, like, what are you doing? Are you playing breaks? And I'm like, I don't know. And then you kind of think about it, and you put. So what I do is I put things in playlists that I think I might play, right?
Because they're going to go together.
Yeah,
it's
go together. It's,
it's
afternoon, something happy, something funky,
Yep.
something ravey, something everybody can dance to. And then you come to the place, and then this is, I think, the best DJs do this, and obviously I'm picking myself up here.
Yeah,
but,
she's
you know,
one of the best
I
DJs.
don't
Did you know?
talking about big head, right?
But after that set, I mean, you're still on a fucking
Yeah,
cloud nine,
I am.
right?
I'm still riding that one. And you kind of go, you look at your crowd and you play the tunes you thought, you know, you kind of like, it's good to like know. I did not know what we were talking about with somebody. It's like, at least when you know what your first tune is. I did not know what my first tune is until I came on. And sometimes I do, you know, there are some sets like Ministry of Sound, like, you know, it's a breaks night. So it's going to be breaks. And it's like, you think about it, but somewhere like this, it's like, is it going to be breaks? I literally did not know till like a minute before, and then you're like, oh yeah, I think this one. So you have
you just kind of test it, right?
Yeah,
so you play something like a little bit,
you kind of
and
like,
you see if they respond.
That's
Right, we're having another one of them. Let's take it up.
Breaks, so you want to break some bass, and you kind of go, all right. There was a, you know, it was like, I almost do like a first one is an easy one. It's like a cheeky one. It's like something that everybody will know and it will grab, but it will have bass line obviously because I mean
why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you, right? And then you take it from there, and then you test it as you play. And then every time I play breaks, it just didn't feel like that's the way I should do it. And I was like, all right, so you didn't come for the breaks, you came for me. And that was when I was like, okay, this is my crowd, this is my friends, this is my fans, and they just kept on coming. And there's capturing some new people in it as well. Like you could have kind of like, because I can see everyone, right?
Yeah,
and I'm kind of looking,
really good view from
and it's a really good view, and you're kind of going like, I can like see this whole group of people who just kind of going this, and there's one of their friends going, yeah. I'm like, all right, so you're gonna like, they're gonna get infected by your energy, right? And this is like, and that is the whole process. It's like looking up and seeing.
That's
and
really
adapting,
interesting that
you know?
you just pick out even individuals.
Yeah, no, I do.
See,
you have to, because when you see like the worst gig for me is when you're too far from the crowd. And then you kind of like, and then you can't see them.
Or it's just too dark.
And then you're too dark or something, when you get like loads of smoke, and then you get like, and then you're like, because I need to see the eyes, right? And this is the hilarious bit, like. Yeah,
so in Shambhala, it wasn't a great view to the back.
There wasn't a great view, and this is the funny.
But you can see the front.
Like
in your face.
Do you want a funny story with that one? Yeah. It's like they're not here actually anymore. So two of my best friends were like right at the front, and because I was in, it's like I think I was too sober, right? Let's be honest, yeah. And I was homing on all these like first two rows I can see, and there were two of my best friends who were not particularly into my music, right? They have their own thing, but for me it's like I want them to experience with everyone else, and they were like sweated as well. You know, this is the end of the festival, right? Or like it's late night, and they were just doing this. So I was just like, shit. So they don't, you know, everybody else is loving it, and we were laughing about it with one of my tour managers. Like, so you kind of go and you home on the only two people who are not really dancing, right? I'm getting them, and then it's like it all becomes it's like, gonna get you, right? And it was hilarious because then I kind of like stepped up my game, and I was doing an amazing job already from what I've heard. Right?
Yeah, you did.
And then I'm like, it's not good enough. Right? And then I go like even like step up, and then I played some stuff that I played like 10 years ago, like normally in my sets, but I was like desperate to get them, right? Like pulling, I'm like, I'm gonna get you. I'm like almost not seeing everyone else. I'm just seeing you two, not kind of going like. And they could have been tired, they could have been twetted, they could have been just like, we're here because we love Minxi, we don't like this music. I did get them at some points, right? And then they were like, oh, it was brilliant in the end. And then it's just kind of go like, you fucking idiot. But then out of that again, you do something you didn't plan, you know, like it's like a little bit of planning is good, because then you kind of go, but too much planning, it's then you are there for the crowd. It's a public service in the end of the day, right? And it's like, it's your job to make people dance.
You heard it here. That's the official line. So you just said as well, you have a small child who you were with at Shambhala.
Yeah.
Tricky, was it 3 a.m. set?
2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Actually, yeah.
Babysitters, and you're at 6 p.m. with Joe doing.
Yeah, that was the worst part of the Shambhala. Like
that was
hard. So I've kind of, when I was accepting that, so Denny, stage manager here at the main stage, who is a stage manager of the house party, and a good friend of mine. He sees my struggle as a mother, and he's asked me what he can do for me to played Shambhala, and I was like, well, my husband works touring. He always works this weekend, so he's not coming.
Yeah.
How can I do this without my husband, right? Because my child needs
need
all the attention,
childcare.
right? So I've hired 2 of my really close friends who he knows, and then and I was just like, all right, so let's do it like, so you know when they fall asleep, the first 2 hours, the deep ones, when they you can be
when
sore,
they're
you can be like
moved.
chopping logs next to them, be like, especially a full day of a festival. So I asked for an earlier set, and then it just worked out that the only way it would work program-wise is if I go after freestylers and crafty cuts.
Right.
And I was like, all right, let's do that.
Yeah.
Because, I was like, fuck it. So I let...
We've sworn
Sworn,
loads, don't fucking worry.
Whoop, beep, beep. And then, so I was kind of like, so I stupidly, but it was a learning curve, accepted a daytime gig with Joe because it was for a lady who was doing kids disco, because apparently there is no kiddie music. Like there is actually at Shambhala, you have like stuff for
There's
kids.
crafts in the
but
kids area,
crafts,
but
but there's no music. And I was like, and I knew in the back of my mind, I was like, that's gonna be a fucking horror show for me. And it was, right? I had like 5 people trying to mind him, and he was the most difficult client in the world. He was like, Mummy, why is music not on yet? When are we gonna start? And I'm like, shut up, because this lady is
They
like,
always know when to fuck you up.
yeah, but you want to have some fun with me?
Yeah. No,
Let's
they were all-
And it was like, and it was quite good for Joe, because Joe is one of my best friends, and she's like, oh, Archie's gonna love it, and I'm like, I don't think so. And and he had the most magical time for him was when we were running up to we were like blowing up the lady who's run it, who is called Millionaire, by the way, who smashed it on the Sunday night on the house party. Apparently she was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I wasn't
and
there Sunday night.
I was nowhere. I saw nothing. I saw literally nothing.
You
in
saw,
Shambhala.
you saw your son.
I saw my son in the kids area having a great time, right? And,
But big up Shambhala, right, for having. There's no kids here, but big up Shambhala for having great kids area and
You know what,
tents with all sorts of stuff.
It's gonna be totally digressing,
Yeah.
but it's like the 3 best festivals in this
yeah,
country. Let's have them, yeah. And I'm an events manager as well. So we go from summer, Beat Herder, the fucking Northern Gem, right? Shambhala, they have all the bases covered for sustainability, the things that and it's a fucking, I feel like this is my northern home and it's my southern home, and then you have this. Which is like...
Well, it's kind of north, middle, south.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't think about it. You're right. It's like I got to cover it.
yeah.
And I'm sure there is like some other, because I know Maui Wowie, who
Yeah.
like Silas, who does the spaceship here. So they booked me for Maui Wowie, and it's like I don't know if
same
I'm
weekend.
cancel. It's the same weekend, but last year I was booked there, and I wanted to take Archie, and I had babysitting and stuff. And then I just got overwhelmed. Like I was like, it's just too long of driving. It's just too much.
That'd be crazy
And
with
I
your
was like,
son,
and I had to cancel all my shows in August, which is because you don't know. You go to parenting and you think that you know stuff, and then you don't know stuff.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to like do your thing, and you can, but it's just you can't. You're not as flexible as the
You
people.
can't be
yeah.
relaxed when you've got your kids around.
Oh,
You know,
my
I've got
fucking
2,
Lord,
and you.
And then what did you say? You brought them to Shambhala. They didn't want to come,
Oh, my
and then they
God.
didn't want to fucking leave, right?
Yeah,
Is that a typical thing?
Yeah,
Isn't
they
that,
were.
like-
Honestly, they were. I was with Sucker Timmy and that.
Yeah.
And they phoned, and because I'd said to their dad I was going to take them back into the festival for the afternoon. So he said that to them. They then on the phone to me, I don't want to go to a festival. I hate you. Yeah, and then I put my foot down. I'll tell you the story. I put my foot down. We went. They had a great time. We'll carry on in a minute. Just saying hi to people.
Go on.
No, it's all right. Yeah, no, they had a great time. They wanted to do every craft in the world.
Can I just say something, which is like an un-PC thing to say, but our children are privileged twats, right? Like, I mean, like, they have no... And that is the most beautiful thing, because we provided for them.
We can do that.
Because we can do that, because
Yeah.
they are so secure that they don't have to... They have no idea about their privilege. And, like, very much... The very much definition of a privilege is that you don't see your privilege, right? Most of the time.
Yeah.
I think I try to do like, if you have a worldly view of the world and you kind of go, you know, when you're like, oh no, my life is shit, like,
Yeah,
you know,
you're like,
I'm in debt, you know, and this, and you go like, half of the children of this world don't know where their next meal comes from, right?
Yeah.
And my child complains about not wanting to go to a festival,
yeah.
and then not wanting to leave the festival, and then, do you know what we call him? Sushi boy. Like one day he's gonna look at this, he's like, I hate you, mum. Like we had this, we were hosting an event in ours the other day, and I had these 3 children from a broken family who are extremely neurodiverse, and they were the most polite children I've ever met in my life. And they were waiting for the beans on toast I was making. And my child going like, Mummy, I don't I don't want this. I want to go and can you go to the petrol station to get me some sushi? You're like, I brought up I brought up a privilege, right? But you sit down, you kind of go like, check yourself and check that, like, I am doing this good in life despite all the shit that happens, that I can afford to go to because I live in the middle of nowhere. It's not like because I choose to. It's like that is literally like my nearest place to just grab something, and I still have to get in a car. And it's like a 5-minute drive. I walked it once. It's half an hour. I walked it once.
It's too much for a bit of sushi.
Like, literally, like, we have some sushi, please, sir. Yeah, please, sir. And I was like, and I was like, kind of like, dude, it's like, seriously, check yourself. But it's all about the perspective, and you like, kind of, you've
got to teach them that.
Like, you got to teach them that, but then you got to go to places like this, the festivals. You're gonna go, and the village, I think, is the most important thing for you to like check yourself, check your mates, check your privilege, check, you know, you need to check in with your mates. And I'm really hoping that everyone would fucking do this for me. Is like, if I'm being a twat, tell me. Like, it's, you know, I can be a twat, right? It's like, I love being a twat, right?
Okay, so on that note, stop being a twat, shut up a minute. She's talking a lot, right?
It's ADHD.
ADHD club. And we'll end on. Let's talk about the parenting, the women's.
Oh, my mission, the mission.
Yes. And you're going to do another talk, right?
So amongst my biggest successes this year, apart from a gig with Orbital. Sorry for name drop, but fucking I'm getting in there. Like, I wouldn't even dream about that, right? So it was putting on, and that was James who was just saying hi to me. It's Brighton Music Conference. I saw a vehicle for change, which is Brighton Music Conference and other conferences. And I have organized a panel about motherhood and DJing, and I got the legend that is Lisa Loud, and like her post inspired me. You know, when like I am a hippie, but I'm not, you know, that much of a hippie. And I just did this fundraiser for a friend in Lancaster. And as I got home and I was broken, I got on Facebook, kind of go like, you know, like scrolling for pleasure. And I saw the first time ever Lisa, like, I didn't follow her. It's not the same genre. Kind of having a rant about how fucking hard it is to being mother in this industry. And I was like, hello, right? And I like wrote down the message, and we were talking for a year online, and I was like, I'm gonna do this, can you be part of it? And it's like, please, because we need to talk about it. This needs to become a conversation, because it's all nice to be a leader. Like, you know, we are the women who are in the headline slots. We are the leaders.
You've got to say that.
But you've got to say, it's like you're going to use it for change, right? Yeah. And at least for me, I'm highlighting what I know, and what I know is how fucking
your
parenting
experience.
Is my experience.
And then it's sharing that experience for other people to go,
oh
my God, I thought I kind of was on my own.
Yeah,
but
precisely that. It's fucking,
and then oh my God, Lisa Loud said things that, and then
and it was amazing.
And I was talking to Sarah Love yesterday. I had this quick conversation. And if you go and watch the Sarah Love video, we brought that up, and I mentioned you, and
it's, you know what, it's becoming a movement. It's becoming. So next one is the 9th of November.
Okay.
In London, the We DJ conference that Terry Hooligan is organising, and it's all about empowering women. Like, lots of it is a sharing tech stuff, but he is really on a mission. So on the Rise Academy, if any of you ladies and gentlemen wants to learn DJing, on the Rise Academy, they do free workshops. They support women of all ages, all sexes, all colours. Those people, right? And I'm organising another panel. I mean, like, sky's the fucking limit. ADE next year. But yeah, I think
That is really
Nice.
amazing.
I just want to
Yeah,
make
well
this-
done for doing
Yeah,
that on behalf
I'm,
of
you know,
all
I'm
those out there.
passionate about it because I've had a really, really hard time in the last few years to be surviving motherhood
Yeah.
while breaking through, which is absolutely unheard of,
It's
right? It's
really
like, how
hard.
did I make this, right?
But
And I'm
you
making
did.
it
You made it by playing sets like you just
like that
did,
one. Yeah.
like that one.
Oh, sorry, you missed it.
We've hopefully got a bit of video. We'll stitch that on the end. But I think it's time to go and have a bit of a party now, right? I don't know who else we're going to talk to today.
I can get you some people.
Yeah, maybe
Some
Smooth and
DJs,
Terrell,
and
Hip Hoppopotamus.
Oh, what about Woody Cook? Ooh.
we spoke to Woody yesterday.
He's my new best friend.
Oh,
yeah.
oh my God, his set last night
Apparently, we
was-
are the most two animated DJs ever. So,
Yes,
and we
yeah,
just
yeah.
made friends.
Do you know what I said? He reminds me of Father Funk as well. You know,
Will, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
Will,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, I miss Will. Will, we miss you.
Yeah, Will, come
Like,
back over.
To be honest,
and
we
do
have
this.
the best friend. We have the best fam, and like
Yes.
everyone do their own thing, and they also always going to come back to the family. Right?
Yeah. So Woody last night, he climbed out. He was on.
No, he does it. He always does it.
On,
he does it.
yeah, he was
He's
on
gonna
the top,
be going
and he
like-
was dancing. Then he climbed out, danced about, climbed back in. And when I
Oh
said
my
to the stage
God.
manager earlier, I was like, "Did you have a fucking fit when Woody did that?" And he went,
Nah.
"No, he
doesn't know
didn't
that.
know.
He didn't know.
He went. I didn't see that. What?
So I did a similar thing at Shambhala, right? I actually I've actually like I saw two friends. I was trying to say like stay here, and then like when I put the last track, I got myself carried through in the crowd. I actually like shouldered my way through the crowd, and doing that is like in the front row. People are like who's you? And I get there, and when I got to the place where they were standing, they were gone, and I was like shit. And then I turned around and I did the same thing. No one knew. And they were like, well, we left because we thought you'd done. And it was really weird ending. I was like, well, you couldn't have known I was coming to get you. And it's like, you know, it's like, yeah, stage managers are like, what just happened? Like, no, I'm back. And then I managed to get back for the last, when the tune finished. And I went, lunatic.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, it was great. Okay. Say bye. We'll put all your details on the top, where to find you, you know, Instagram
Everywhere.
and everything.
Yeah,
all right.
everywhere. I love you guys. Global Fun Fam is the best.
Click.